Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dear Administrator, today's seniors in Bayshore Guest Home and Gardens. It's a pleasure for me today to bring up some salient points, and I have with me my friend Terry Randolf, whose father Joe is a resident at Bayshore Guest Home and Gardens, Lou D'Alessandro, welcome, whose mother is recuperating here, and his wonderful son, welcome to Bayshore. Today we would like to address from the perspective of children who live out of state, what are the things that they feel they would like assisted living facilities, nursing homes, and larger independent living facilities to keep them appraised of, and what are the things that they have found in the past to be lacking. So I will direct my question first to you, Terry. Welcome.
Thank you.
It's nice to have you back.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So what would you recommend families that don't live in the same state as their loved one that needs care? What should they look for?
Well, I think that they should look for a facility in which my father, in my case, is very happy in, is very open about, talks readily about the other residents and the care that he's receiving. A warning sign for me would be if he's very quiet and he doesn't say anything about the facility when asked.
Right, so that the minute they're isolated or withdrawn, even as a family member, that is a sign that something's
That's
not,
a warning sign to me.
That's one of the warning signs that you actually looked up on the computer.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And what about you, Joe?
I think the issues that I found with my mother was the lack of proper information. I was being told I got two different types of information from her attending physician, nurse, a physical therapist, and what she was telling me. And once you get contradictions like that, it's questionable in my mind the accuracy of the care being given.
Right. So really, for a facility should be updating you regularly every week, and you should know whenever there's an adverse incident, whether there's a fall or a bed sore or something happening.
Correct.
And you found that there was a lack of communication in
There was
that.
a lack of communication, certainly not at Bayshore, but at her last facility.
Okay. So what I would recommend to families is that they keep in touch with the administrator, with the director of nursing, with the primary care physician. If you are a medical surrogate, you are entitled at any time to ask any questions that you wish of the facility, and do take your loved one's calls seriously. You may double check if that happened or not, because as we know, when we get older, we have issues and our memory is not always accurate. But it is always good to have an open ear. And when in doubt, you are welcome to have one of your friends that lives in the area or contact someone to go check and make sure that your loved one is in a safe and protected environment and their medications are done properly. As we go ahead at Bayshore, we're on the electronic MOR, and Jean, your mother, and Joe, you are welcome to go into their medication profiles, which is called Family Connect, and know what medication your parents are on and what they're taking, what they're refusing. So it keeps you more in the loop, and it's through MediServe. Thank you so much for everything you've said. Thank you, Terry.
You're welcome.
And also I would like to remind you that our two charitable causes are the Volunteer Nokomis Firefighters and the Salvation Army. We are a drop box for the Salvation Army. We have here, free of charge, the File for Life, and it comes with a magnet. Anybody living at home may fill it in. It has the name of your doctor, your medications, are you on opiates for pain management, your Coumadin level, doctor of your choice, next of kin, medical surrogate, and where your papers can be found. I would recommend anybody get this. They can also download it off of the Nokomis Volunteer Firefighters and the Bayshore Guest Home and Gardens website. Thank you once again for joining us, and have a wonderful day. On behalf of Bayshore Guest Home and Gardens, dear Administrator, and today's seniors.